Hey, what's going on, GoHighLevel users? Just wanted to talk you through a reporting application that I made specifically for GoHighLevel users who maybe have multiple locations and want a tool where they can just quickly see all of the stats from their different locations in one place, as well as a tool that can do a little bit more deep dive into the stats for individual locations. So the website is subaccountreports.com. I'll go ahead and leave that in the comments. You can go there right now and sign up for a free trial just to check it out. So where I'm at right now is your main dashboard. If you have more than one location, this is going to be a multi-location dashboard. As you can see, I have 3 different sub-accounts connected. By the way, these sub-accounts do not need to be under the same agency. So you can have multiple locations across multiple agencies. But ultimately, it's pulling stats from each of those locations. I have a combined insights tool, which will just give you some sort of basic addition. So if you're an agency and maybe you've got 3 or 4 sub-accounts and maybe they're different clients of yours and you just want to get an idea of the overall contact load or different accumulated stats across all those locations, that just happens here automatically. And then you can also just get a breakdown of the individual locations just by clicking through the drop down here of your different connected locations. And you can also pin custom reports to this multi-location dashboard as well. So the different report tabs I have here, now when you go to these tabs, these are going to be for one location at a time, but again, you can change between the locations just in this drop down here. And really why I built this was I was working with a client who just needed to get stats that were distributed amongst a custom field. So this particular this particular client has a custom field called club, and they have just think of it like franchises in 15 different cities throughout the United States, and those cities are in a drop down called club. And what they really needed was just to quickly be able to look at a distribution of leads who had that custom field populated. And I found that doing that using GoHighLevel's native reporting was actually incredibly cumbersome. And to me, it just seemed like that should be 101. So that's actually was the genesis for creating this application, and then everything else sort of built around that. So you can see with the few clicks, I can select any of my custom fields, and then this will create a distribution chart of all of the unique values within that custom field. And you can also load a daily breakdown. And this was actually the specific functionality that my client really needed, is they just wanted to look at how many leads have come in today in with the from the different from the different clubs. Now, in your use case, this could be any custom field that you have that has unique values, and it'll just create a quick distribution chart so you can get a quick glance of the different values. Now, this is for the last 30 days. Obviously, you can do your little time box in here if you want to, reduce it down and get distributions for a tighter date range. Beyond that, we also pull in our pipeline reports and our team and user reports. This was something that when I was discussing with other GoHighLevel account users, what is something that they need. One of the major weaknesses is the ability to group users together as a team and to look at different stats from the pipeline. So with this, you can actually create your own teams for example, and here I created the A team and the B team. And these are just taking the users in your account and adding them to a team so that it'll accumulate different stats based off of those teams. Or if you just want to see all of the stats for your users just distributed out, you have that as well. And then there's also an ROI and revenue tab. This is pulling in from your actual orders and invoices from the payments tab in GoHighLevel. So all of that is all available just in one place. You no longer have to go in your GoHighLevel, click into all of your different locations, go in and try to use GoHighLevel's native stat programs. All of these reports you can customize. You can save them. If you save them, they'll not only show up on the individual tab, but you can also pin them to your multi-location dashboard, and then you'll be able to see all of your pin reports in one place down here at the bottom. So that's the brief overview. Really just here to provide value to GoHighLevel users, agencies, whether you just have one location and you just want a little bit more of an efficient tool to look at all of your stats in one place, or if you're running multiple locations. Feel free to take a look. If there's anything that you see in here that you think would be valuable that I could add to the application, I'm also open to any sort of feature requests. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.